Hello everyone, and welcome to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, where this time we do a dark side playthrough. We just finished up a light-sided blind playthrough. It was my first time playing through the game, and we're doing a second playthrough now for multiple reasons. It is one of the first times on the channel where I've immediately wanted to jump in for a replay to navigate and uncover different things that I did not get to experience the first time. So we're going to run through how this playthrough is going to go compared to my first playthrough. This is going to be Dark Side, Female Exile, which is, as I know now, the canon story for Knights of the Old Republic is with a female exile, and I believe the name is Meetra. Let me look it up because I have to. Meetra Surik? Meetra Surik? I will look it up because I need to actually name my character that. We're going to do a canon playthrough with the female exile, the dark side. However, we are playing with a mod that allows us to put Handmaiden in our party still. So, last playthrough, unfortunately, we maxed out our influence with Visas, so Handmaiden stopped talking to us for the rest of the game. So this is going to be our opportunity to have totally different relationships experience in this playthrough. Different gender, different alignment, even a different backstory for Revan. I'm just going to shift everything to the opposite to get as much of an opposite experience as I can. So I'm pretty excited for that. So I'll be focusing on some other characters that got neglected in my first playthrough. And one thing that I was actually considering doing is that we were going to remove the restored content mod just so I could see what the differences could be and what, wasn't in the original game. However, the Handmaiden mod, to have Handmaiden in my female exiles party, you do need to have the restored content mod installed. So I had to, we'll still play restored content because I feel like it's worth it to get Handmaiden in the party still. So that'll be an interesting thing to explore. So I hope you guys are keen to see another perspective on this amazing game. I loved my experience overall with the game. I had some technical issues and gameplay jankiness that happened throughout the playthrough at many points, but like the story and characters cannot be understated as to how impressed I was with them. And even like the music, even though lately we've been having some really bad issues on YouTube with the music because they announced the Knights of the Old Republic 2 port for Switch, and that somehow then triggered a whole bunch of copyright claims on all of the Knights of the Old Republic 2 videos ever. So that was a bit of a pain, and I'm hoping that kind of has settled down by this point because the music is great. I just unfortunately had to go through a lot of my videos and mute them. But with that being said, I think we've got all of that out of the way now. We're going to start our new game. We're going to choose our character. So we've got a female Jedi, Guardian, Sentinel, or Consular. And I haven't actually given my female character some thought yet as to how I'm going to build them. But I'm going to take a look through some stuff, and we're going to try and have an optimized build, but we're also going to be going into the dark side. And as we know, the dark side powers are pretty strong. So, I feel like we're going to be fine, especially this being a second playthrough so soon, where we know what to expect and what to go through, and who to take with us to maybe make them awaken in the Force and all of that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to make my character now, and then we'll proceed with my dark side playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic 2. Alright, so I got my character sorted out. So Meetra Surik. There's my stats. We've put our skills into Persuade, Awareness, and Repair. And I believe we went for the melee weapon related feat. Not like I did for the first playthrough, where I gave myself finesse with a lightsaber immediately, thinking, oh dude, we're Jedi class, hell yeah, we're going to start with a lightsaber, and we didn't get a lightsaber for the longest time, so we won't waste we won't waste a feat on lightsaber finesse immediately, will we? Let's start the game a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition. You won't survive long without medical attention. The hyperdrive is damaged.
We're gonna skip the prologue. We're gonna skip the prologue. Should we skip the prologue? I think we should skip the prologue. We know what we're doing. Let's skip the prologue. Let's drift our way to Paragus mining station. Awaken. It's time.
Awaken.
Oh, it's going to be so interesting having the full perspective on the whole game now, going through this one. Knowing how everything works and how these main characters interact, it's going to be really, really cool to interact with Kreia this way. The Force bond being formed. Except we're just going to be an arsehole to her, because this is going to be a intentionally evil dark side playthrough. So, just gotta be trashy to everyone. Journal entry. Here we go. So, Meetra Surik's Kolto tank. Not bad. Now, we know how most of these situations work, so I am mostly going to try and sort of structure this playthrough in a way where I'll show like significant gameplay stuff, like moments with like bosses and interactions and stuff like that. The sort of gameplay stuff where we're just like running through areas, I think we can for the most part just kind of like skip through, because this is a second playthrough, so we're kind of familiar with that sort of stuff. So I'm going to try and focus this playthrough on the dialogue and the story movements. So when we're having dialogue with characters and I'm being specifically a dark side arsehole, I will, that'll be shown on how the characters interact and everything like that, and then all the big story points as well. So it may change over the course of it. We'll have to see how everything goes. But I think that's probably the best thing for now, because like we've run through this and we've like the medical logs and all of that kind of stuff. Like we've gone through that, so we're able to kind of push and skip through those kinds of things to be a little more efficient in the playthrough. So we'll do that. So I'll go through Paragus, because I'm pretty sure there's some important things to do here. Like we've got the Aten encounter with the Revan backstory, and there'll be some Kreia dialogue as well. So I will get to it now, and we'll see what we can do as a dark side Force user this time. It's Kreia time.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead.
Okay. Who are you? Do we talk evil as well? Who are you?
I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened?
Rescued each other with a force bond. I'm the one asking the questions. How did I get here?
I confess I know little more than you do. I do not know where here is. I do recall rescuing you. The Republic ship you were on was attacked, and you were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
I am no longer a member of the Jedi Order.
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down.
That is no business of yours.
So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now.
Very well. How do we get out of here?
I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave.
We? Why do you think we're together in this?
We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
Oh wow. There's a persuade and an awareness check already. Which is interesting. You seem nervous, worried. Is something wrong?
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived.
We'll see. There's got to be someone left alive around here.
You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions.
Persuade/intimidate. The miners in the medbay were murdered. Know why?
I do not know. Why did they spare you?
Maybe I'll ask the killer when I find him. Or her. Or it.
Very well. If they do not find us first, be watchful.
Just stay out of my way, or you'll end up like these corpses.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
Bruh, being a... It didn't play the dark side music, which is strange. I gotta say, like, legitimately, it is hard in a game like this. It's hard in RPGs for me to be a fucking like primarily an evil player or do like the bad dialogue options, because it's yeah, it's pretty rough. And also I think my outfit's great, Kreia, so I'm gonna go and smash this door with my plasma torch. And I should probably turn off tutorial pop-ups because I think I'm fine. But yeah, being the dark side option will be very interesting for me to navigate, because usually, especially with like a first time playthrough, when I go through RPGs, I like to be, you know, I like to navigate it in a way that is I guess probably the typical way of going about it, which is, you know, being a person of good nature going through the game, and then there are certain like sort of exceptions to those rules where sometimes, like, I love being like sort of like the sneaky rogue type, but I just hate being the ones that are like intentionally like just fucking mad and evil, and you know, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really interesting to watch our character just go off the deep end of the dark side and see how that affects the characters in our party. I'm very curious to see how that's going to go down.
Beyond this door, someone yet lives. Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read. But you have nothing to fear from this one, and he might yet prove useful.
I'm pretty curious to see how this is going to go.
Nice outfit. What, you miners change regulation uniforms while I've been in here?
Keep those eyes up and tell me who you are.
Atten. Atten Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
I don't have time for this. Tell me what happened here. Now.
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting. Then there was some big explosion. I was sitting here for a long time. Then you showed up in your underwear and things got a lot better.
Bruh. Bruh. There's a bounty on captured Jedi. Why? Why?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left. What happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
Interesting. The stories I heard were of the Sith, not the Jedi.
Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
Interesting. We can go into... I couldn't care less about Revan's fate. I think we'll divulge this information because we want to piece together the backstory. We'll continue to have Revan as a male, but we'll have him as a dark side instead of light side. What happened between Revan and Malak?
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
Okay, let's have a look. The rumors I heard said Revan defeated Malak, then went to Korriban to unite the Sith against the Republic. There you go.
Well, that was the story. But whatever happened there must not have lasted. Oh, there was some big civil war on Korriban. Knocked that academy to the ground. Looks like Revan's Grand Crusade finally consumed her.
Okay, Revan was a man, not a woman.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
Enough history. Let me ask you something else.
Look, not like your half-naked interrogation isn't a personal fantasy of mine.
All right, Ashen.
Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where is everybody?
Stop playing dumb. You must have seen what took place.
From my beautiful view in this security cage? Look, I heard some explosions, some emergency alarms, some toxic gas pouring out of the vents. Maybe none of them survived whatever happened. And if they're all gone... Look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Okay. Tell me a plan. We can go from there.
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this cell security field and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship and then we fly out of here.
Okay. Persuade, intimidate. The miners in the medbay were murdered. Know why?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Wanted to know if you knew anything, and you don't.
So you done interrogating me, or are we going to work together and try to get out of this mess?
Big words from inside a cage. I'm not going to waste any more time on you. I'll switch off the cage, but if you try and run, I'll cut you down without a second thought.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Just stay ahead of me and don't make any sudden moves. I'll shove this sword up your ass.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, you can bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, and suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Pazak. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown. Hey!
I wonder if Atten will be easier to kind of influence because of the fact that he is very clearly into the main character. If I hear any more bad news, I'm going to get violent.
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
That wouldn't be standard procedure in an emergency lockdown.
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight, and leave us here. Trapped.
There must be some way to end the lockdown from here.
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Let's see if we can try and reach someone on the comm.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
Dark side points gained. Let's level up while we're here. Force sensitive and unarmed specialist 1. Alright, skills. Classic. Powers. Now, our first power. We cannot use heal yet, so I'm going to go for burst of speed. Straight away. Let's use the administration computer. Access the comm system. Alright, dorms, there's no response. Hangar Bay 25. Is anyone there? Answer me. T3. Are you operational? I need another route off this level, now. There must be emergency hatches. Try to find one. Don't question my orders, just follow them. It's T3 time, baby. Alright. Let's chuck some stuff on T3 that we found. On our lovely droids that we killed. Wonderful. Perfect. Alright. T3 time. Let's go. Done. T3 did his little run. Then he gets blown up. HK50, the scoundrel. Alright, that's done.
So, how long have you been a Jedi? Must be tough. You know, no family, no husband.
Bruh. Are you trying to anger me, or are you just an idiot?
Hey, I wasn't trying to... Hey, what do you know? A little cargo cylinder came through.
We'll see. I don't believe we're out of this yet.
If he got the turbo lifts working, then we should have a clear run to the hangar.
We don't have a clear run to the hangar. All that's open is the emergency hatch.
Wait. Don't tell me you're taking that hatch down into the mining tunnels. Are you? That explosion I heard came from below. There's probably nothing down there except superheated rock and collapsed blast tunnels. You'd be an idiot to go down there.
If it's dangerous in those tunnels, then you're the one going, not me.
Me? You're the Jedi. If one of us has to go, then it's you. Guardians of peace and justice throughout the galaxy, last I heard.
Forget it then, you coward. I'll find a way out of this mess, then leave you on this rock to die. My God. The Jedi Code doesn't apply to fallen Jedi, so don't make me any angrier or there will be only one of us standing here.
There's no way I'm going down there. You might as well lock me up again if you freed me just to throw me into a nest of Gundarks.
If there's an option to be like rude, evil, dark-sidey to them that doesn't involve them saying we're gonna leave you behind, because I don't know if that actually will happen. I don't know if you'll end up actually just being like fuck you, see you later, and then they just don't come with me, because that seems like a realistic possibility. So I'll just be, if there's options that seem that they'll fall into that territory, I might go for the ones that are not as evil. I don't have time for your cowardice. Stay here then.
I'll take coward over stupid any day. I'll keep the comlink on just in case you need some help. Not that I'll come running, mind you.
Okay. I wonder if it would have been a dark side gained if we did the one where like I'm just gonna leave you here. Potentially. But it's time for Meetra to go through to the mining level. Time for the HK50 chat.
Greeting. It is a pleasure to see you alive, Master, provided my receptors are not off focus. How may I be of assistance?
Interesting. Yeah, never mind. I'll be going now. How do you know me? I'm not your master.
Answer. I am a survivor of the Harbinger, just as you were, Master. With the unexpected termination of my previous master, you are the only organic which I may now serve.
Who was your previous master?
Answer. The captain of the Harbinger, Master.
I was in transit to Telos to facilitate communications and terminate hostilities. Okay. I don't know if there's any... We already know how this all goes down, so I think we can probably bail on the protocol droid for now. And we should be able to piece this story together anyhow. Otherwise, I'll just run through the dialogue. But I don't think there's anything massively important for that. We'll do our next level up now. More skills. I'm gonna need to really figure out the computer use and security at some point, because we're gonna need those. I feel like we might need those if I want to get into things. So the feat we went with was toughness, actually, not melee weapons. And I actually think that in this playthrough we're going to focus on 2-weapon fighting. So my first playthrough did 1 weapon. So 2-weapon fighting, we can obviously do a double-bladed saber or 2 sabers. So I'll focus on that, but I'll obviously wait until we actually get multiple blades to do that. And then I'll think of doing security and computer use as the cross-class, changing them to class skills at some point, but I won't rush into it. So I'll do weapon focus for melee weapons instead. And in terms of powers, because we're going more onto the dark side, we want those, but the ability to destroy droids is also what you want the most out of, because droids are terrible. So we'll put on stun droid. Oh, actually, I've got another power. Hold on. Well, we'll do stun droid and we'll do shock then in that case. Perfect. Lovely. Okay, so we've got the sonic imprint sensor, so we just need to trick HK into giving us the voice, and then we can play that, I remember, and that's how we can override everything. And then we can get through the rest of this.
Found anything?
I found a talkative protocol droid down in the fuel depot.
Yeah? Did you blow it up?
No, I thought about it though.
Yeah, well, watch your back. Droids can't be trusted.
And you can?
Look, I could have let you rot in those mining tunnels, and all I get from you is back talk. You know what? I don't trust you. For all I know, you could have caused all this trouble. In fact, you did, just by being a Jedi. So before you start accusing me of anything, Jedi, maybe you better take a look at what you've done.
We pissed him off. God damn it. Never mind, stay here and complain. I've got exploring to do. Just went there just to piss him off. We've opened the airlock door and we've opened the turbo lift to get to the admin level. So we can now go through the airlock. We'll get that environment suit, and then we'll have the, I believe it's the arrival of Scion to the facility on the Republic ship. Alright. There it is. Give me my spacesuit. Let's walk around on the outside. Let's do our little fast walking animation. It's amazing how efficiently you can run through this opening segment when you know how all the pieces fall into place, like with the sonic imprint sensor and being able to kind of like push through dialogue a lot faster. It's great. Look at that nice view. Alright, let's speed our way across here and try not to get blasted by these engines. And then we'll get this beautiful cutscene of Scion on approach. Hello, Atten. I'm outside.
That's about time. I lost your signal after you left the mining tunnels. Now you're coming in clear.
Except I'm picking you up on the exterior of the facility. On the asteroid's surface. That can't be right.
Really? Maybe you should look up.
Huh? What are you doing out there?
Why don't you make yourself useful and shut down the venting systems before I'm burned alive?
That's what I wanted to tell you. The few remaining venting systems have gone active, most likely from the explosions in the mining tunnels. They're venting Paraga's fuel deposits into space through the exterior vents, right in your path.
Can't you shut them down?
I can't. I'm locked out of the main systems here. I couldn't shut it down if I tried. The vents look like they've been purposely rerouted to vent the gases to the exterior. And only in the last few minutes. It's almost as if... Now, what now? I don't believe this. There's a ship coming in, sending a docking code. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yes, he does. We're going to go through this playthrough becoming more evil than Scion Nihilus put together. This is a pretty neat introduction to him, I think. And I love his design so much. I genuinely love like just the way that his body is just... It's just so not moisturized, man. man is so full of H. He doesn't know how to do good hygiene or self-care. He's like, I just let myself crack like a desert. But his design looks so cool. It's very interesting when, at the beginning of this playthrough, my first playthrough, when I was like, oh, I know about Darth Scion because he was a costume in The Force Awakens, and I find it really funny because I actually went back and had a look at it after finishing the playthrough. I was like, what did Darth Scion look like in The Force Awakens? The Force Unleashed. And it was really funny because he looks so different. That like, when I saw him in this game, for some reason, I was just like, yeah, that's what Darth Scion looks like. Like, I didn't even question it. And then when I looked at the Force Unleashed character model, he doesn't look anywhere near as like scaly, if you will, and like dried out. Like he looks kind of like has kind of normal skin, but it is like that greenish, brownish, desaturated texture to his skin. But it was really interesting to look at his character model in The Force Unleashed and just be like, he actually looks so different from this game, but I just know that that's who he is. So I thought that was pretty funny.
He has come.
He has come. And he's got all like cybernetic stuff on his body and things like that when he doesn't, you know, in the original. So I guess it was just, you know, some sort of artistic interpretation of having Scion on like a modern system instead of, you know, having a similar appearance to how he was in the game. Yeah, I surprised myself when I saw that. Alright, he has come, which means Krea's days with her hand are numbered. Alright. So what I have to do now... Yeah. We gotta rescue T3, and then essentially we get through to the airlock. We'll get Atten back, have our little encounter with HK50. Kreia, T3, Atten, and I will escape from here together. Time to massacre some more droids. Hello, Kreia.
I have felt a disturbance. Our enemy is here. We must leave at once.
We? There is no we here.
We are together in this matter, you and I. What affects you affects me. There can be no division in our actions, or everything is lost.
I'm not letting some old scow hold me up. I travel alone.
I realize that you have traveled alone ever since the Mandalorian Wars, but that time of self-reflection is over. And if you cannot see beyond yourself and your own needs, then you should know that I have the only means of accessing the Ebon Hawk's Navi computer. Without it, we both are trapped here.
Lie! Because it's T3 that has the access to all of that. Kreia doesn't have access to the Navi computer. As soon as we're off this rock, I'm going to find a nice little asteroid to drop you off on for the rest of your short life.
We need to make our way to the docking area on this level. I fear the airlock has already opened, and if so, we must be on our guard. If we cannot reach the Ebon Hawk, then we must find a way to escape on the ship that has docked here.
Kreia has joined your party. There we go. Dark side points have been gained. Kreia with 2 hands. It's so funny that, like... oh man, I'm just thinking back to the beginning of my first playthrough when I gave Kreia 2 weapons, and I was like, "Yep, she'll love having 2 weapons." Oh, we'll just have her dual wield. Oh man, wasn't that a funny time? That was a funny time indeed. 1 to 10 with a +7. 1 to 8 +7. 1 to 10 +7. Okay. Let's give her the heavy blaster. Let's have her shoot from a distance. Just to mix it up a little. Actually, I'll put a vibra cutter on there as well so she can switch. Alright, let's level up Kreia. First level up. Let's go with some more wisdom. May as well. Okay, let's have a look. Give you shock. Just gotta catch Kreia up a bit in the levels now that she's joined my party. Had the ability to slow. Perfect. Nice. Kreia with a gun! So weird, dude. Kreia with a gun? Okay. So, airlift is open. It's time to go hang out with Atten, I believe. Let's go and do that.
What in space is going on? Who's this? Another Jedi? What, did you guys suddenly start breeding when I wasn't looking?
What in space is going on? Basically how you can sum up that Summer Games Fest 2022 stream. Shut up and get out of my way, Atten.
Alright. I'm guessing that Republic ship that just docked isn't carrying friends of yours.
I hope your talent for understatement is offset by your skill with a blaster. If not, then I fear our time together will be short indeed.
Yeah, and I'm also good at running and drinking, Your Majesty. And even if you two aren't big friends of the Republic, that warship's the only way off this station.
Atten has joined your party.
Good thing we have a clear run to the ship.
Threat. Master, perhaps I did not enunciate clearly the last time we spoke. I suggested that you should shut down, stay put, and wait for rescue.
After all the deaths you've caused, rescue is hardly the term I would use.
Correction. I am not here to argue semantics, Master, so I will simply inform you that you are wrong, as were those recently corrected miners.
I'm tired of listening to you. Prepare to be scrapped.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If inflicting pain is the only means to resolve this matter, then you leave me no choice.
Perfect. Alright, let's have all our groups start getting into action.
I hear you.
Boom! My ears explode.
Not stop us for long.
Self-destruct. 3, 2, 1. You're failing, Master.
He tried his best. HK vocabulator. Nice. Okay. How is that, team? Don't we just make a great trio? It's time to go and get T3. Alright, let's level up. Ooh, actually. See, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Is what we're going to do is we're not going to level up Atten at all, because we're going to try and get Atten to still awaken and become a Jedi and get in tune with his Force sensitivity, and then obviously we'll just have him turn to the dark side with us. So I'm going to hold off on his levels until then, so I can maximize his capabilities. So we're going to leave Atten be, which means we'll probably have to deal with him maybe dying a lot, but we'll see how that ends up. We'll see how that ends up going, because I obviously need to still need to make the most of influence checks with him. We'll see how we go.
Something is wrong. I sense no one on board.
You sense no one on board? Sense any assassin droids creeping up behind us like last time?
Everyone here has been slain, yet there are few signs of battle. No carbon scoring, no blast of fire. This place has been hit by assassins of a different sort.
Then what are we doing on this ship? We were better off in the facility. You two are supposed to be Jedi? You two are the worst Jedi I've ever met.
Now, I'm pretty sure this is our first influence moment of the game. Now, as far as my understanding goes, the dialogue options for further development with characters goes both ways, with higher influence and lower influence. If you meet certain thresholds, whether it's up or down, it'll still open up those dialogues. So I expect with us being very dark side in nature, that by being a dickhead to everyone, we'll lose influence and unlock those methods. So if whenever Kreia offers advice and we're just an asshole to her, it'll lose influence, and to everyone else. So that's kind of the path that we'll take, I suppose. So as soon as someone comes in and it's an influence thing, I'm just gonna intentionally lower that influence for dark side points. So we've got saying Atten's right, we need to get off this ship. Now, I think it's an influence check with Kreia only. I'm not sure if there's influence with Atten as well. I expect we'll most likely be losing influence with Atten as well as... So that's the thing. You don't want to lose influence and then gain it back later. You just want to go all the way in one direction to make sure that you keep those dialogue points open. So we're just going to continue to be an asshole. It's not too late to dump you back in the security room.
We cannot go back into the facility. If the assassin machine was correct, then we cannot reach the hangar. Be silent. I need some time to think.
We can bypass the force field to the hangar by getting to the engine room on this ship, then exiting through the fuel pipe.
Look, I don't mean to cast another shadow on this, but even if you could reach the ship you came in on, it wouldn't matter. You'll need the orbital drift charts to clear the Paragus asteroid field, unless you want to have the shortest flight out of Paragus ever recorded.
Well, if you've got an idea instead of another complaint, let's hear it.
The two of you, be silent.
I'd watch that imperious tone of yours. I'm losing patience with both of you.
We need a course of action, not division in our ranks. Otherwise, this ship will be our last stand.
Well, this ship's not going anywhere, unless it's got the drift charts.
Well, of course they have the asteroid drift charts in their Navicomputer. They'd have to.
Let's focus on the problem we can solve, getting the codes, otherwise getting to the hangar means nothing.
Well, we'd have to get to the bridge, well, that's the biggest problem I can see.
That is a sound plan for the moment. Let us go.
There we go. Now that you have a party, certain actions and dialogue responses will increase or decrease your influence depending on their personalities. Some respect cruelty, while others may respect nobility, loyalty, cleverness, brute force, and so on. The higher influence with a companion, the more your alignment affects theirs. An extreme high and low influence with a companion can open up additional dialogue choices. So it says the higher it is, the more our alignment affects theirs. So it makes it an interesting one, because it doesn't... If we have low influence, then if we're all the way into the dark side, it wouldn't influence other characters to go to the dark side, but...
Enemies gather while we wait here.
Oh. I was reading I didn't realize that we weren't in a dialogue choice here. I didn't even press a button. I didn't realize it eventually progresses. So it brings up an interesting question of, do you want to just be nice to your party members to raise your influence with them? But as long as we are, for the most part, dark side, it will influence them to also be dark side. It seems like that would be how the system works. Because if you don't have influence with them or lose influence with them, it wouldn't make sense for you to then have influence over their alignment. So it's a tough one to choose from. Like, there could be sort of a situation where, and this could be an interesting way to do it, where we're nice and we appease our party members specifically for influence points. Like, we're manipulating our opportunity to influence them to get them to like us. So we can do it influence gained as much as possible. And then we can just make sure that we are complete dark side in every other situation. So they really like us with influence, but then everyone else in the world despises us. I think that could be a good way to do it. So I might ease up on just all of the... I'll only do like the dark side options where I attack and be rude to the characters when it's not an influence moment, I suppose. We'll figure it out. We'll balance it out. It's hard when, like, I don't have like a fucking detailed guide next to me or something. I'm still just kind of like winging this on a second playthrough with my understanding of the first playthrough. So we'll definitely see how we go. If you guys have any advice and pointers on how to maximize the efficiency for this playthrough with what we're trying to get done, I'll certainly be open to hearing it as well. So with this one here, we can say Atten's plan was a good one, which I don't know if that's an influence gained with Atten or not. And then we've also got appeasing Kreia, which is, forgive me, Kreia, I was distracted for a moment. I'll be more mindful of the present. So let's just go with number one. I'm gonna just try and gain influence with my characters. I think that's how we'll do it.
Very well.
But that's also another thing, is we do, when we are nice to them to gain their influence, we also get light side points. So, But then I think there's plenty of opportunities in the game itself to get dark side points, so
What is it?
I'm assuming it should balance itself out in some way, shape, or form. Hopefully. We'll just have to see.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It's time. Your bad feeling is going to be replaced by blinding pain if you don't be quiet.
Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. Trust me. When it comes to staying alive, I'm rarely wrong about these things.
Atten has the special ability to sense anything that places him at risk. Oh, so that was an influence. That was an influence point. Alright, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. This is when you forget, you're like, I didn't realize that was going to be an influence point. We're gaining influence with our party members because we want to be nice to them. But being a dickhead to everyone else. I need to come around to Atten and start being nice to him. Atten's not so bad, I guess. Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong, Atten, baby boy, sweetheart? What's wrong? You can talk to Meetra, Surik.
Don't you feel it? Something's gonna get real wrong real quick.
How do you know that, sweetheart?
You don't survive on the rim as long as I have without knowing when trouble's coming.
Honey poodle pie, we'll be okay. Cowardly intuition.
Alright, but don't say I didn't warn you. Trust me.
What? What? Maybe I didn't understand what I didn't think cowardly intuition was going to be influence lost, but that's okay. It's all right, Atten. It's all right, sweetie poodle bum pie cupcake spaghetti. We'll get you. We'll get your influence up. I'll be nice to you. What's wrong, baby?
Feel it?
How do you know that?
You don't survive on the rim as...
Okay. I'll just say we'll have to be careful then.
Alright, trust.
Thank you. I love that he has the same response whether it's an influence lost or influence gained. Perfect. Alright, Atten baby, boy, sweet cakes, puppy dog, we've got this. We've got this. Influence gained. Let me take this opportunity to level up everybody except Atten though, at this point in time. Because I haven't given myself the cross-class skills yet, I am putting like 2 points into like some basic stuff because I learnt this obviously in the first playthrough that even if you wear equipment or have stuff that gives you points in like computer or security or anything like that, if you don't have a base point in it, then you still can't do anything or interact with it. Like demolitions, I won't be able to place any mines on doors even if I have like a demolitions belt or something like that. So I'll put 1 point into computer use. So I have 1 in security, 1 in computer use. I might soon give a unlock one of the cross-class ones, so it won't be so expensive. But I'm going to focus on other things first. Let's do improved flurry, for example. I can finally unlock heal, and I can get another power. We'll go for disable droid. There you go. Good level up. Kreia. Now, let's have a look. Kreia already has dual... You know what? Actually, this is quite funny in hindsight. Kreia automatically already has the first level of dueling unlocked to do better at being one-handed in battle. And doesn't have the ability to level up two-handed. Which should be, that should alert anyone to being like, what does that mean? What does that mean? I think that's quite humorous, actually. That's funny. Let's go for improved dueling. 2 powers will give Kreia the ability to heal as well, and horror. Perfect. Kreia, why can't we level up two-handed abilities on your character? Is there something wrong? Is something going to happen to you? Like right now? Can't believe it. Something's behind us. I have a bad feeling about this. He's just standing there, menacingly.
I came to warn you, Jedi. You know not what path you walk.
This battle is mine alone. I am not defenseless.
He cannot kill what he cannot see, and power has blinded him long ago. Run! I shall be along shortly.
Bit spry for an old woman with that sprint. And then we're just like, alright then, Atten. It's just you and me, baby. You and me against the world, Atten. I'm gonna turn you into an absolute badass Dark Jedi. Just you wait. Just you wait. Sweetie honey poodle pie. We've got this. Can't wait to witness Kreia getting her hand cut off again. So, like, I'm assuming that, like, she definitely let him disarm her to the point of losing her arm, because we know that she's actually her true powers. You know, we know that she's powerful. You know, which is quite interesting. You know, she didn't like throw the fight or lose it in a way that she just like maybe like drops her sword or like feigns defeat, but like Kreia full on allows her hand to be lopped off in that combat, which I find curious. I guess it was like to really like kind of feed Scion's delusions of power and be like, oh no, you've beaten me. How could you have beaten me? Sort of thing. Only for it to bite him in the ass later. I guess so. I guess that's the sort of what they're going at there. Alright. Time to get the hell out of here.
Tell me you're joking. We are not going to cross back into the Paragus facility through the fuel line. That's crazy.
Atten, you need to trust me. Come on.
All right, but I know I'm going to regret this.
You can trust me.
I sense you, my master. Faint, weak.
Your senses betray you, as you betrayed me.
After all that's happened, still you live. You are difficult to kill.
For one as limited as you, perhaps. To have fallen so far and learned nothing, that is your failing.
The failure is yours. No longer do your whispers crawl within my skull. No longer do I suffer beneath teachings that weaken us. And now you run in search of the Jedi. They are all dead, save one, and one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
I don't know, man. She didn't even put up a fight. There wasn't even a fight there.
What's wrong? Are you all right? What happened?
My hand! My hand felt like it was being dipped in molten carbonite.
You look fine. Come on. We need to keep moving.
Light side points. Light side points? Light side points? Oh man, how dare you. How does saying my hand was dipped in molten carbonite light side points? Well, I wasn't able to analyze, I wasn't able to anticipate that one. I need to remember, I just need to fucking be an asshole even though I don't even feel like I need to be an asshole, because it will still affect my force points. God damn it.
Hit with an ion charge and dumped here.
Alright, warm up your systems and let's go. We may still have a use for you. Follow me. T3 has joined your party and influence lost. Okay, that's enough of an excuse to restart. God damn it. See, I'm not good at being a dark side character, because then I lose. I'm like being like, no, I have to do the evil option, and then I'm like, wait, but I need to be nice to my friends. Playing an evil playthrough in a calculated and intentional manner, while also trying to make sure that your teammates are on your side, is more challenging than I assumed it would be. Because now I can't just be evil across the board. I need to gain influence with everyone. But like, I think all the influence that we could have gained with T3 in our first playthrough, we've kind of already gotten a lot of that, because that just goes into the past and him opening up about Revan and the Navicomputer and stuff like that. I'm not actually too fussed about influence with T3, that being said, to be honest. So actually we'll move on. Because I just, yeah. The influence I care about the most is Atten, getting Mira's influence up, Handmaiden and Kreia, HK and Mandalore, because then I'll be able to just like influence them being more into like the dark side, which I think is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to do HK dark side. I think that'll be enticing. Be excited for that. So let's level up T3, who's got our good computer use and security, so that's nice. Always good to keep around. Okay, let's give him, I mean, well, there's not much to give him. I like how the one class skill is demolitions, which is actually also not bad. You can make him be a bomb defusal. I'll give him the gearhead one though. Perfect. Alright, time to fight my way out of this nightmare, and then we get reunited with Kreia, and then we're out of here. What? The console? Said he can open door to the hangar, he just needs to access the hangar terminal up on the platform. I've played for long enough where it's doing the dialogue skip now. How can you even understand that noise? I served with all the utility droids in the, well, many years ago. Alright, hang on. Let me save the game and exit the game and re-enter the game, because it's that notorious dialogue bug. This is one of the first instances that I've encountered it, because I'm playing for like quite a long session, I guess. I'm getting my ship back. It's time. So there was a tip for, you know, left on the playthrough on this episode where we got on our ship. It's like tip for, you know, other people playing the game, sort of thing. Please stop. That when we get to this part of the game, if you don't kill any of the Sith troops with the turret, they all board the ship, and that allows you to get like a nice little amount of extra experience points, because you don't get any XP when you kill them with the turret. Which is kind of lame, because you are killing them, but I guess because you're in a turret, the game doesn't classify you as an actual character, therefore it has nobody to give experience points to, which makes sense. But when they're all in the ship, there ain't no one to stop us from getting the experience. Alright, let's wipe this dude out. Okay. Let's board our ship. This is the loading ramp. Let's go! Enter the Hawk.
Quick! We're gonna need some time to fire up the engines. Let's give the laser turret a workout.
Oh no, the laser turret. It's all of a sudden jammed, and I can't use it. I just find it really funny that these Sith troopers emerge out of nowhere. I still can't explain that one. Like droids, yeah. Sith assassins, yeah. But where did the Sith troopers come from? I don't know. All aboard, fellas. Get on the ship. Admission's free. It's for a free ride. Get on. We're going to Telos, boys. Need a ride. Well, yeah, free entry, that's right. You are tall enough to get on this ride. Let's go. Look at them all. Oh, they're all so excited. Holy crap. How the hell am I supposed to do this and live? There's so many of them. I think that's the last one there. Hurry up, sir. You there at the end. Get on. We're going to leave without you. Come on. On you get. Don't be shy, fellas. There's more than enough room on the Ebon Hawk for everyone. You ever tell you about the time I had all the Gizka on board? Oh, that was quite a story. It's not the story the Jedi would tell you, so quick, get on. That's right. Oh, quick.
We've got company.
Alright, let's go. Alright. 25 troopers remain. Okay. I did a quick save beforehand, but in case I end up getting stuck here, I'm just going to make a new manual save as well. Alright, you ready, team? I'm not ready. Let's stick on some shields while we're here.
Just say the word.
I feel like we're going to need some shields from all of these. From all of these troops. Pathing issue? Come on. No? Okay. Get him! Let's go! Okay, so they're all in different parts of the ship. It's not just like 25 troops in just one area, so that's okay. I feel like I'll be able to deal with this a little bit more than that's okay. I was a little bit more worried. Well, I thought there was just going to be 25 dudes in this one room.
Time to take you down to size.
And I don't think Meetra
Where that came from?
is really in the mood for a 25 dude Sith Empire train. Probably not a good idea. Nice. 19 remain. Atten's almost dead. Oh, Atten is dead. But he'll get back up again because he's a resilient fella. And we're still alive. Why are my teammates not sticking together though? That's the question. Oh, and Atten's dead again. Oh man. I can't, maybe I should have got Horror. Horror would have been really nice right now, hey? Horror would have been real good to get.
I hear you. Everyone down!
That's right. Yeah. Level up. Aha! I can get a new power now. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. So, next level power. Horror. Because it actually affects multiple people. There you go. Atten, watch out. I got you covered, baby. I got you covered, sweet noodle.
I hear you.
Get him.
Time to even the odds.
Perfect. Don't you just love being dark side? We got Sith troopers cuddling in the dorms. We got Sith troopers cuddling in the dorms. Get them! I love that they're just hiding out in the dorms. What are you guys doing, huh? What are you doing in here? Locker room talk, I take it, boys! 7 remain. They will not survive this. The next dorm, yep. Yeah. Turns out characters don't like to walk around corners when you give them an action, they just stand there. Not a huge fan of that. Okay. Hiya! There they are. Assault repelled, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Well done, team. All Sith troopers defeated. And we got all the XP.
Alright, let's get out of here!
Cray is just like, yes, here I am. Because you took so long with all those Sith troops, here I am. How did you survive?
There is no time. We must leave.
Really spamming those blasters, buddy. Not a very good shot. Anyway, rest in peace to that Paragus mining system. It wasn't our fault, I swear.
If they hit us, we're dead, but if they keep missing us, we're dead. It's great odds. Somebody shut that trash compactor up!
Keep as much distance between them and us as you can.
I'm doing all I can, and that's not enough. What'd you do to make these guys so mad? Well, either they hit us and destroy us, or they hit an asteroid and make the whole field go nova.
Can we jump to hyperspace?
Not with all these asteroids around us. We'd enter hyperspace in pieces. We have to clear that field first. Thing is, we clear the field and they're gonna have a clear shot at us.
Just do your best to keep your distance. We'll get out of this yet.
What are the asteroids? They can be destroyed by us as well as them, can they not?
That'll take out the whole field, the colony, and maybe us. We might not even be able to jump to hyperspace in time.
Then we die here. Choose now.
I wonder if we can do it the opposite way, which is actually really funny because I'm like, oh, I kind of want to see the opposite way, but then I'm like, oh, but that wouldn't be the dark side choice. We don't have any choice. Do it.
Hold on. This
Do
is
it.
gonna get a little rocky.
Telos we go to get arrested.
Well, now that we just killed a planet, maybe one of you can tell me what's going on. Because between assassin droids, a Sith Lord that looks like he sleeps with vibroblades, and being target practice for a Republic warship, I was better off in my cell.
The Republic warship was the Harbinger. It was seized on its way to Telos by the Sith. They sought you, Jedi.
I've heard enough. None of this interests me. Alright, so I've gone through this dialogue before, so I'm going to run through it.
Yes.
Not like we have much.
It is where
How did you know I was on board the Harbinger?
you were difficult to find. When we entered unknown,
How come I don't remember any of this?
whatever occurred.
That's an unusual set of coincidences.
True.
True. How do we get to Paragus?
I do not know how the Ebon Hawk would be silent.
The droid knows. He says he repaired the ship and got us to Paragus.
Repaired this ship. If that little noisemaker says it repaired the ship.
So why are these Sith looking for me?
Because you are the
last of the Jedi. The next time someone calls me a Jedi, they'll be lying in a pool of their own blood. Well, there's no one to influence there about that one, as much as I want to be the dark side one and say that. I'm not a Jedi any longer.
whatever lies you tell yourself.
Last of the Jedi? That can't be true.
The Jedi,
But those Jedi that survived, what happened to them?
many Jedi, the Jedi and the Jedi.
If any survivors... The Jedi are gone, dead, gone, and good riddance. Let's do that.
Perhaps, but they are Jedi no longer.
And how do we stop the Sith?
That is
Okay. They're eager to fight us. I say we fight back.
Look, enough with the we already.
we cannot hope to triumph against them alone.
I will not run from the Sith or anyone.
You fought in the Mandalorian Wars, and it
If these Sith threaten me, then they die.
You are not listening to me. Think carefully on your choice. It carries with it a terrible price.
So what do you want, Kreia? You want me to not do it, or you want me to do it? Because I'm pretty sure it's really funny, because it's like she's gonna say this either way that we go, I'm pretty sure. Only the Sith will pay the price for crossing me. Only the Sith will pay the price for crossing me.
Like so many Jedi, you hear, but you do not listen.
But we have spoken long enough.
Hey, don't stop your long, boring...
Also in private, we will be mercifully free from the opinions of imbeciles and fools.
Look, not like I care.
I'll go check on her then. There we go. There's my dark side points. There's my dark side points. And we got to level up. So, attributes. Wisdom, please. Another power. We'll go for... Let's see. I'll do battle meditation. Yeah. Get myself a nice little battle meditation. Wonderful. All right, let's have our conversations on the ship. Not sure. I think we should be able to have the influence checks in this first conversation.
More answers.
So we'll see. When you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me.
Interesting. Then consider the pain a lesson.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures.
Teach me to shut out your pain. Next time it could be worse.
I do not know if it is possible.
Would it have been lethal?
Possibly, yes.
Okay. At your age, you could die at any moment. We'll work together and try to be careful until we can fix this.
When battle is upon us,
how could this bond have happened?
I confess its nature eludes me as well. It seems the Force flows easily between us.
Okay, Force chain.
A powerful technique indeed.
So what do we do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought.
There must be some place we can go.
It does not matter where we go. All paths will take us to the end.
Where are we bound for?
The planet Telos. Before the war, the destruction of Telos was complete.
And if we find no trace of Jedi teaching on Telos to help us?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already.
Okay.
Ask.
And then we can do questions. I need to know more about the Sith.
These Sith. Yes, a fact. But
so
these...
we've gone through, again, second playthrough, so it means that I'm just going to skip through a lot of the stuff that we've already had before, and then, you know...
I believe those, the strong, but after...
Open up those influence checks.
Indeed. If my... What did you believe?
It's interesting that you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason, and we know what happens now, so it's really interesting that Kreia's just like, oh yeah, the Jedi cut you off. It's not possible to cut one off from the Force, like deafening someone or blinding them, but to cut one off from the Force, like losing all your senses at once.
Indeed it is. Such a thing has been done before.
I don't believe the Jedi would inflict such a punishment on someone.
If not the Jedi.
Okay, so... what do you think the cause of was such a loss? So here we go. So... in defying the Jedi Order following to Revan to war, I thought I'd somehow lost my connection. I thought that the war had driven me to the dark side and severed me from my powers. So it was the unconscious decision to separate ourselves from the Force in order to survive. Let's do number 5.
War leaves many scars, but no matter what horrors you experienced in the war...
Can my connection to the Force be healed?
It is possible. Still, even...
Slim is better than none.
Our link may have had other consequences. I may be able to teach, and if you will not allow me to help you...
I will honor whatever training you wish to give me.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. I offer to train you to be...
I would welcome whatever aid you offer. Accept you as a teacher for now. If your training brings me power, then I will listen. It's interesting because I'm...
Then our training shall...
Yeah, just trying to gain influence, bro.
Ask. I would see to that...
He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me. Atten isn't so bad, just... Well, maybe he is.
He is a fool. Watch that one.
Okay, cool. So we got dark side points. Did get some light side points. And influence gained with Kreia.
If I were you... What? If I were you...
Oh, so I'm not a... Can I do
Ask.
questions? Yes, alright, I can do questions. Yes.
Much as... It is their predict... Indeed. To Rev... As Revan in the... Revan... As... No, where... It would... The... Perhaps... Was it the... A cult too long. The Jedi... We shall see fleets of... And this... The Republic... You see the true... You... I would see...
There you go. So there are dialogue options that I can navigate
If I were you...
and just answer as the... with, like, the darker choices, which is pretty cool. There you go.
I would see... He is a... Watch...
Okay. Now we'll see to the fool in the cockpit. The fool in the cockpit. And we'll get to work on repairing HK too.
How's our passenger?
She seems fine, just needs some rest.
Well, she sure could use it. I mean, how old do you think she is?
Good looking? Are you that desperate? If she looks good to you, you must have taken a blaster hit when I wasn't looking.
Hey, I just got out of prison. After spacing that old witch, of course.
Are we still on course for Telos?
Like we have a choice? Well, if you thought Varagus was dead, should be there before too long. Oh, no. Look. Well, the you could... I... Smoke... I... Take... Smoke... No, not... Hey, some other... Speaking of... So?
Here we go. Okay, so this is when this is where Atten's going to talk to us about our lightsaber. What are you talking about?
Don't give me that. They were...
Okay. Exiles aren't allowed to keep their lightsabers.
Oh, yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber.
So, we're going to go with... Now, I don't know how this works, right? Now, I'm under the assumption that when we pick and choose this lightsaber, it reflects the lightsaber that Atris uses, because Atris had our Viridian single-bladed lightsaber in my first playthrough. And we're going to have a dual-wielding / double-bladed playthrough this time as the dark side. So, I wonder if that will change Atris's lightsaber, whether it's like the whole thing or just the color, but it'd be cool. Double-bladed.
Huh. I hear the twin blades are harder to master, but they can make enemies stampede over each other running for cover. A lot of Jedi in the Mandalorian Wars use double-bladed sabers. A more aggressive blade gives you more slaughter per swing. Hey, you didn't go red, did you?
Yeah, nice. And now I can choose the color. Does that mean Atris would have a red lightsaber, though? Both the blade and crystal were unique, you can say. Ooh. Can barely remember. The crystal was redder than a Lagrex eye.
Great. Maybe you and that Sith Lord can have a party after we're dead. Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
I think having it would just drive them to hunt me harder.
Alright, forget I said anything.
Okay. So that was our opportunity to do double-bladed red lightsaber.
Be there before.
Which is pretty cool. Wonderful. Alright, the galaxy map and Telos awaits. So that was the Paragus mining facility, all complete. We ran through it, highlighting kind of the story, dialogue points, and then trying to manage saying the right things or the wrong things to get appropriate alignment changes or influence. So hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Dark Side playthrough. We're running more through the highlights of the playthrough. So with the way that this is going, we could potentially see a planet per episode because it cuts out a lot of the dialogue and gameplay that we're running through and just getting to the highlights of it. So we'll do Telos next time, see how much we can do of Telos. I imagine we should be able to complete all of that, siding with Zerka instead of the Ithorians this time, and as always, taking the dark side path. So thank you so much for watching the first episode of the Dark Side playthrough, and I'll see you next time.